Welcome to BBN Show. Today, my guest and I, we are going to talk about how to have meaningful conversations when we connect genuinely. Bienvenue, je suis Guylaine Berry de l'agence BBN. How do we invest our energy to better connect? Recently, and it was a small restaurant, and for the convenience of the food, it was great to be there because I know that I'm going to get food and I'm going to be fed.
That's right.
Yes.
Love it, love it, love it.
So today, you that are watching, we are going to talk about energy. So, what is energy? Welcome, Nicole, to Adjust Your Frequency. Let's learn a little bit about this beautiful woman that's going to talk to us about how do we share our energy to better connect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What a great investment.
Oh, yes it is. Yes it is. Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here, part of the community. It's so beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you. I think investing in every aspect is important and it requires intentionality, but most importantly, like you were saying, investing in our relationships and our connections with people it's can be underrated, but that's why I think it's good for us to talk about it.
Yes, and thank you for your willingness to talk about this. We were having a conversation talking about intentions and how we invest our energy to better connect with people and create a lasting relationship or connection. And sometimes we think that it's just staying friends with people, but it can be a stranger. Well, I think that it's good that we serve our communities to get something that we can offer to fulfill their needs. But what's really gonna make them come back a lot of times is customer service. And to me, customer service is an exchange of energy, because it's not just the money that you're making, it's not just the food that you're getting or whatever service or product that you're buying, but it's how you welcome the person, it's how you connect with that person and how well you make that person feel when they come to you. So it can be something that has nothing to do with selling or buying. It can be just holding space for someone else. So today, Nicole and I, we are going to talk about this and try to see how we can connect on a different level so I can bring light, and hopefully you like, share, and comment something positive about this video that we're bringing to you today on BBN Community Show. As we are adjusting our frequency personally, we also need to adjust the way we connect with each other and respect each other's space. So, Nicole.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
I think that was a good segue into it. The customer service aspect, right? Like, it's mainly about the space that you're creating for that interaction to happen. So I think where it starts is really your mindset when you enter that conversation or that interaction with someone. If your goal is strictly just to get something, or you're distracted by something, it's really just about the placement of your mind. Are you present? Like we were talking about earlier, being present, being in the moment, so that way you can intentionally connect with this person or learn about this person, not just make it a quick conversation where you exchange the goods or the product or the service. It's something meaningful that lasts. You know?
And we talk about time is money, and people want to rush and do things quick.
If you're watching the show right now and you'd like to know some of the resources that are available for parents, I would encourage you to go and visit the Children's Services Council of Broward County's website. It's cscwoward.org, cscwoward.org, or you can call 211. This one. For more information, if you're a parent and you'd like to know some of the resources that are available, please go on this website, cscwoward.org, or call 211. Thank you.
that
keep
will
watching the show.
last
Some
a little bit
information and
longer
resources
than
for
just
you.
the present. Encourage you to make time to work out.
I feel like the biggest thing that I had to shift, because I've always wanted to be the type of person that says, oh, I work out multiple times a week, regardless of how busy my schedule is.
Mm-hmm.
But even though I wanted that, I wasn't that. So the biggest thing I had to change was my mindset and how I viewed wellness. And that helped me change my perspective to where I value it more. And something you value, you tend to make time for it and keep that space in your schedule for it, regardless of what other things try to push themselves in.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, like, as weeks change, I would adjust like the duration of my exercise time, but I'm still making time to show up for myself in that way. That's a boundary that I'm like setting for myself. Whether it's making time with family or friends, going out of town, or if I have to work late, I'm going to adjust and find a way where I can plug in the exercise that I now so value, and just prioritize it. So, yeah.
How does exercising make you feel about life in general?
It's a reminder that I'm alive, honestly, and that it reminds me that this vessel that I call my body is a blessing, and it's treating me well. So the best thing I can do is treat it well with exercise, of course, eating well, sleeping. I think sometimes we undervalue sleep and how much recovery we need for our muscles and our mind. But yeah, just it's a form of respecting my body, and thanking, for me, is thanking God for giving me this body that is strong and healthy, and figuring out ways that I can maintain it. Because yes, I received it as a gift, but it's my job now to maintain it. So what am I going to do continually, and not just a one-time thing, and say, oh, I worked out for a month every day and I'm set for life. Like, no, you gotta keep it up. You have to maintain it. And that's with anything in life. It's maintenance, and we have to take maintenance on our body. So me shifting my mindset on valuing exercise and what it does for me, not just physically but mentally, relieving stress, finding ways to even be outside. Sometimes I'll go jogging outside. Like, it forces me to be out in nature. It's a win-win. I'm seeing nature and I'm exercising.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's a form of respect.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is amazing. So you talk about exercising, your connection with yourself, and you investing in this beautiful body that God has given you, that is carrying your soul and everything that you can offer this world. But you mentioned something about your spiritual relationship early on, and I'd like for you to share with me and my audience, how does a spiritual relationship help you stay connected and grounded? Your experience as a spiritual person.
That's a great question. I think it brings me back to gratitude. That's something that's so powerful to me, just realizing all that I have in this life. And yes, there are bad days and bad times, but that doesn't mean it's an overall bad life. So I know that's when I talk about like the optimism I was mentioning earlier of recognizing the good and the positivity that does exist in my life, whether I feel it in that present moment or not. Coming back to gratitude helps me realize that the good still exists, despite and simultaneously at the same time that the bad does exist. And both can coexist. And honestly, even in like my faith too, like, it's said that light cannot exist without darkness. You can't recognize that darkness is there without light. You can't recognize that light is there without darkness. There has to be a contrast for you to see the thing, right? It's a dark room, right? And the only way you'll know it's dark is if you see a flashlight, because the light shows that, oh, there's light in this small space, which means everything around it is dark. That helps you recognize that it's dark. And vice versa. If it's bright outside and you see a dark like room, you can recognize that this light exists because you see the contrast. So yeah,
that is cool. So light does not exist without darkness, and or vice versa. If you're watching here today, I hope you choose to be in the light and carry your own light wherever you go. So Nicole, we are learning a lot from what you're saying right now. I have another question for you. What keeps you up at night? I mean, besides, other things that you're worried about. And you have mentioned that tough times and good times are both part of life and they coexist. So when we're talking about that, because sometimes we are enjoying life so well that we are wondering, so what about the people that are going through tough times right now? And I think that we can still enjoy great times in life and be of support to people that are having tough times. Like, for example, I'm from Haiti and we are living here. A lot of people are worried about how long do they have here, how they gonna be deported back to Haiti. The young children that they are raising are dealing and experiencing all those things that their parents are also experiencing. So how is it that we can be there for those people while enjoying the good life without staying in the negativity of what the news is bringing to us? So how do we do that? How do we keep the balance of not staying sad all the time and be in the light as well?
Gratitude. And yes, it is unfortunate to recognize that there is that suffering that exists in the world. But anytime I do see that, if I am unable to help financially or even just verbally, like by giving support how I can, spreading the word about, asking other people to help, it brings me to a sense of gratitude because I recognize that things could also be worse for me too. And let me find a way to use my privilege to help those that aren't blessed with what I have, because sometimes the life that we've been dealt, we didn't get to choose. Sometimes we grow up in poverty. Sometimes we grow up in wealth.
Sometimes we grow up in poverty, and then God changes our lives, and we become wealthy.
Yes, yeah,
that too.
Yeah. So I think it's important to recognize, and it's almost a form of like humbling yourself, like recognizing, coming back to your humble roots of this is my life, and I'm grateful for the good that is in it, the bad that has taught me things, which is changing your mindset to see the bad as good, but use that gift that you now have and recognize it as a privilege to give back to other people. So those that are around us or in the world that are suffering, ask yourself, what way can I give back? Because I'm not in their situation, right? Which is a blessing, which means I have more of an opportunity to help those that are not in that situation.
With that being said, if you are able to help financially. If you cannot help financially, at least be a source of encouragement for some of the people that that are going through some tough times. And that doesn't mean that you have to find a reason to suffer, but you can still be in the light. You can still be having a great life and be compassionate with those people that are going through tough times, if I understand what you're saying. And also, there's something that I used to say, la vie est belle, life is beautiful. And sometimes I feel like, do I share that with certain people while they're going through tough times? But you know what? You may be going through tough times, but there is something that God is showing you that life is still beautiful while you are going through tough times. And today I was thinking about all this because I came from a funeral, and I saw how those people were going through tough times. And then as I was ironing this shirt that I'm wearing, it says life is awesome. I was like, I've had this shirt for a very long time. Look, it says,
oh, wow.
Life is awesome.
Nice.
And I never saw this. And I'm like, okay, that is interesting. Mm-hmm. And you know what? God is telling you everywhere in life that He is with you. Life is beautiful. Life is awesome. You might be going through some tough times, but there are people that wish they were in your position right now, because you are able to see. You are able to walk by yourself. You are able to eat by yourself. You are able to walk. And you still are able to drive a car and have a place to stay. And still have health. And still have life. And still have people around you to support you. Or even a smile. So, life is awesome. Et la vie est belle. It doesn't matter how tough yesterday was, but knowing that today is a new day, and you can always benefit from a new day, from a new sun. And behind all clouds, the sun is still shining somewhere. It might be nighttime, but in a few hours it will be daytime again. And life is a circle. Make sure that you enjoy this part of your life right now. As you're planning, take time to also enjoy the life that you have. So, Nicole, yes. Before we end this part of the show, because we're going to enjoy life.
That's right. We're living it. We're living it.
As we are living it, mm-hmm. Tell us some lessons, some takeaways from what this conversation that we are having right now.
Yeah. As you were speaking, that's just a beautiful message on your shirt. I love that. And it's a good reminder. Every time you look down, the word that came to mind was seasons. Mm-hmm. And how everything in life is temporary. There are seasons, not just in the weather, but in our life. And I think that also helps us, give us some peace and also some hope. That if I'm not feeling good in this season right now, that there's going to be a new one. And that helps us look forward to the future and not just dwell on the past or how blue the present may feel or be. But just know that everything is temporary. Life is cyclical, as you were saying. And that's just the beauty of it. It helps you appreciate the moment and remain present in the moment. Because, like you said, we won't ever be in the same spot with the exact same knowledge or resources or even community that we have at this very moment. Mm-hmm. Something can change, a small thing can change the next time that you come back around. But appreciate the seasons and look for the good. Look for that light behind the cloud. Because I also believe, and this is a quote, I don't know who said it, but I live by it. Whatever you look for, you will find.
Okay, so I hope you look for the light.
Right, look for the positive, look for the light. If you're looking for the negative or the darkness, you also will find it. You're coming into alignment with whatever it is you're looking for. Mm-hmm. So if you want to come into alignment with light and love and joy and beauty, look for light and love and joy and beauty in every space you enter, every conversation, every person you meet, mm-hmm. and you'll find it.
Yes. And I'm glad you mentioned that, because find your frequency is all about finding alignment in your life, because the different seasons of our life also bring different experiences. So how do you adjust to what's going on right now? There was a time my kids were young. Now they are young adults. So I let them be. I cannot treat them like babies anymore. and adjusting to where I am in my life. I'm still growing and evolving. They're still growing and evolving. So the relationships that we have, they evolve. So there might be a time where we had a tough experience with someone. I don't want to say bad, because we learn from every experience, but the person might change. So I just hope that you respect where people are in their lives as well. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you for having me. This is beautiful.
Yes, and I hope that you keep adjusting your frequency. I do have a book called Adjust the Volume, and as I'm evolving, I think we need to adjust our frequency. So let's adjust our frequency. And remember that la vie est belle. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Guylaine Berry.
And I'm Nicole Glassberg.
Yes. Keep shining. The light is there somewhere.
It is. You just gotta look.